Fucking Alex. Yo. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? We got First Choice Fantasy. We're back. We got running backs from the NFC West today. Is that too much? Too many words? What?
Ed just grabbed your yo right out of there.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah. Straight robbery.
I'm leaving.
We talked about robbery in the last episode. If you want to click up here, it should be up there. So it's also going to be at the end of the episode if you would like to partake in said video. NFC West quarterbacks, tight ends, defense. Last episode. Today is the NFC West running back. So we got great names here. I like them all, most of them, not all of them. How do you guys feel about them?
They're kind of hard to rank.
Yeah.
This is fair. There's going to be a lot of numbers included in my arguments, so I just want to put that out there. Obviously, I'm manical and Clint. I like to live on the incline, so yeah, that's all I got to say.
Start this incline with you then, Ed.
Yeah, let's just pull out some scissors real quick and.
Oh yeah, the intro comes before.
Exactly. Let's get to the intro. Yeah.
Let's cut it.
I said, baby, I am not the one to play with. Ain't the type to give up, I'm driven and motivated. I just want some recognition and some compensation. But this ain't about the money and it ain't about the fame. I got lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning now.
All right. First Choice Fantasy. We're back with NFC West running backs. We got Alex in anger. Are you good?
I wanted me to show that emotions.
Oh, he's showing emotion on this podcast. Okay, let's get it. Yeah.
Chest bump.
No.
No, not today. NFC West running backs. Okay, so there's some differences here.
Oh, what's that? Were we talking about something?
Yeah, we were talking about the NFC West running backs. We got Chris Carson at 2 for Alex. Alex, explain it. You have a pretty simple explanation. Let's hear it.
I don't really think I need to explain it. He's finished as like the RB11 and the RB14 the last 2 years, with 11 last season in half-point PPR leagues. So if he's healthy, he's a low-end RB1, high-end RB2. Not a lot to argue there. I think Drake has like top 6 upside from a running back position. Although if he gets hurt, Chase Edmonds' stock goes up a lot. As much as I like Clinton.
A ton.
I like Akers. Don't get me wrong on that, but that's a lot to expect for him to come in and be the RB7. It's possible.
So you're saying you guarantee that Mr. Carson finishes at running back 7?
Elevator tomorrow, so no, I don't guarantee that.
Okay. Well, that was just.
Looking at recent history, he's pretty young. He's had a great history of production. He's a very solid running back. Yeah, I don't think it's unreasonable to expect that. I think Mostert's talented, but I just refuse to believe that Shanahan's going to be like, why don't I just give this guy 25 touches a game? Not happening. I think Mostert is the guy out of the San Francisco backfield you should want on your roster.
Mostert's gonna he could get 12 carries a game or even 15 total touches, and I'd be happy with that.
Because I'm not going to make him your RB2 over Chris Carson and Cam Akers. Chris Carson, if he's healthy, he's going to be getting 20 touches a game.
If he's healthy, huge question mark. Adding the fact they brought in Carlos Hyde for a reason, they didn't just do it for no purpose.
Because last year, Travis Homer and Marshawn Lynch were getting carries in the playoffs. Because
yeah, okay, cool. I don't think Carlos Hyde would have signed there to be strictly a backup with no opportunity to really play.
He even admitted that he is competing for the number 2 role behind Chris Carson.
He said that?
Yes.
Okay, I take that back. That's wild.
It's Carlos Hyde. If you're signing that late in the offseason, you're not like, oh boy, I think Cam Newton's the only exception there. I'm the unquestioned starter. This
is true. But, it's not like Chris Carson's going to get the workhorse role. I don't see that happening.
He has for the last 2.5 seasons.
I just don't see the reason in them bringing in Carlos Hyde for him to sit on the bench the entire game besides get 2 carries here and there.
They gave him scraps.
And they draft DJ Dallas.
Yeah, that too.
And Rashad Penny is
coming back. Think about this, dude. They took Penny in the first round and then proceeded to not play him the whole year because they were too busy giving Chris Carson 20 carries a game.
Exactly. So why I don't have any faith or trust in that organization to keep Chris Carson at the top of the list.
Why? They have for 2 consecutive seasons.
They also draft they don't make any logical decisions over there. Obviously, with their running backs, we've seen it. Chris Carson was a fifth, sixth round running back, and they used him over Rashad Penny. Why? Who knows?
I don't really think that he's just going to suddenly drop. He's a very talented running back. They're going to keep using him. Yeah, I heard it here first, probably.
They also have 2 really talented wide receivers demanding for more targets.
I think that his fumble problems also are a note inside this whole argument. You got to remember that. And the fact that he literally just broke his entire hip, which is definitely something of note as well. I mean, it's a fucking hip. It is your core.
And he's healthy now. He's missed 3 games over the last 2 seasons. The team has even acknowledged they believe in him regardless of fumbles.
Yeah, that number is misleading. Don't ever do that ever again. 3 games over the past 2 seasons. You broke your hip. If you broke your hip week 1, you're missing 16 games. I don't think missing 3 games in the past 2 seasons is a worthy stat.
Would he have missed the entire season? If he's healthy now, would he have missed the entire season? What's the timeline? That's a genuine question.
Lord knows, but who knows if they would have used him as well. If you break your hip, I don't think you're coming back within the season. I would bet against that. And again, I'm not a doctor, but it's your core. Like I said, it is your core of your body. You're a running back. You use your core.
Okay, so we will revisit this in 7 months.
Yeah. And is there any explanation needed for Kenyon Drake?
I mean, Alex pretty much touched on it. He said that he's a good running back. I said
he's finishing like 4th or lower, but the potential there is way too high.
Yeah.
I think he has a high ceiling and a very low floor. I could see him finishing as a running back, like a low-end running back too, honestly, realistically. But top 5 upside is definitely there. I mean,
whoever's getting the touches in that backfield is going to do well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said that in the Sleepers video as well. You got anything to say about Kenyon Drake, Brandon?
Kenyon Drake, no. I just wanted to touch base a little bit more on him, only because it's not like he is like a Ezekiel Elliott sitting there at 1.
Sure.
You had some interesting numbers on Cam Akers you brought up not that long ago. I'm assuming you have them now.
I have some of them, not a shit ton, but I mean, okay, let me start off on Cam Akers. My number 2 over Mostert and Chris Carson for good reason, in my opinion. Obviously, this is off-season talk, as everybody likes to say. The GM talked about all 3 running backs and really complimented all of them well, saying Malcolm Brown was a short yardage running back practically. Darrell Henderson's a slasher, and we've seen Cam Akers carry the Florida State team with lackluster offensive line talent, and really just talked about how he's a playmaker and he can do great things even having a shitty offensive line or just shitty team in general. He didn't say those words, obviously, lest Steve would ever say that shit. But he produced pretty well in college, like with the offensive line that he had, obviously. 33% of the time, he was hit behind the offensive line. Now, sure, you can attribute that to his poor, or his, I guess you can say, patience, over patience, I guess you could say. But comparing that to somebody else in that draft class, Swift got hit behind the offensive line 9% of the time. 33% to 9% of the time. Like I said, that could be running back error, but I mean, realistically, most of the time, it's going to be offensive line.
You can't just be the running back. That's got to be your line, just consistently not blocking people.
Yeah, that 24% more than DeAndre Swift.
The goal is to go that way, not to stand here for 45 minutes. And if he has that sort of patience in college, that's good.
I mean, not with a terrible offensive line in LA, but I mean, it is what it is. If you have patience, you can see the holes, make the hits, the cuts, and whatnot necessary, then you'll succeed in the NFL. And like I said, he has another bad offensive line in LA. But when they brought in the 2 tight end sets last year, we obviously seen the running backs become more efficient overall. Moving forward, we have obviously Todd Gurley left the Rams, went to Atlanta. 51 red zone carries available. Something of note. And obviously the general manager's comments kind of led towards Malcolm Brown getting those like short yardage situation carries and like stacked boxes carries, which could say something for Malcolm Brown getting an increased red zone carry workload, even though he was second on the team with 15. But I mean, Cam Akers isn't going to get 5 carries. He should probably see 20 plus red zone carries this year. And I mean,
I know Malcolm Brown was given the red zone looks last season in the beginning of the year. I believe one game where he got 2 touchdowns, and that was towards the beginning of the year. So he was down there.
This is true.
I just point out real quick before we get back into the conversation. Why can't an NFL GM be like, are you fucking kidding me? Did you see this guy? He's getting tackled in the backfield a third of the time last year. That line sucked. Bring him into the NFL. He's going to do good. Like, why can't we brag like that? Did you fucking see Florida State's offensive line? Notice how many of them are in draft discussion? 0. They're bad. They suck.
It's not very professional. I don't think the NFL would appreciate it too much. And I think the NFL cares too much.
That guy had with Florida State. I'm an NFL GM. I can burn that bridge. We're all too nice. We're too nice. 33% of the time? Holy shit, that sounds like a lot. I don't know what the average is, but it can't be that. That's a lot. Imagine every 3 defenders standing there like, hi, nice to meet you. Like, what the fuck are you doing here?
3 carries every time you fucking get a carry, you get hit by an offensive line.
I go to the ref. Like, he's got to be cheating or something. Why is he here every time I get the ball? That's not fair.
Moving forward, though, with a few more numbers, we had Todd Gurley last year, obviously, with the Rams. He only created 25% of his yards in 2019. Obviously, that could be a good thing, but it could be a bad thing. I'm going to say it's a bad thing because the offensive line definitely did not create that many yards. So it kind of shows his, I guess, due to his injury, his inability to create yards last year, because Malcolm Brown created 36% of his yards compared to Gurley's 25%. And then Darrell Henderson created 50% of his yards compared to Gurley's 25%. Obviously, smaller sample size and whatnot, but I mean, if Cam Akers can come in and create 36 like Malcolm Brown did last year, it should look good for him for fantasy purposes.
Just looking at this list, it's like just a bunch of I don't know. Coleman could finish as number 3 on this list, and yet at number 5, I feel shaky putting him.
I felt pretty confident putting him at. What do I even have him at? 6?
We all have him
at 5.
Yeah, I'm gonna change him. Nah, I'm gonna keep him. I don't know. I don't.
Just about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move him down.
No. Because I was thinking on my rankings on my paper, I had him at 6, but I'm not too. I don't know. Tevin Coleman scares me. If you want to dive into that, unless you guys want to talk about any other player.
Of course, Tevin Coleman scares me. He scares the shit out of anyone that poison.
I'm not that scared of him. Seems like a nice
wait
guy.
till he walks in here.
I mean, last year. Okay, let me just say a few numbers that I have in my Jerick McKinnon section of notes. Has Tevin Coleman all written all over it. But last year, among the 49ers running backs, Mr. Mostert had 5.4 yards per carries against stacked fronts, and he faced a stacked front 30% of the time. Something of note, because you have a ton of people in the box, okay, and you have to find your way. And obviously, Mr. Mostert found his way.
He's super fucking fast, so he just runs away from everything.
I mean, it is what it is. If you can find a way to do it, find a way to do it. Tevin Coleman did not find a way to do it. He averaged 2.6 yards per carry with stacked fronts, which he faced 21.2% of the time. Not even nearly as much as Mostert. And Mostert doubled fucking Heinz Mustard. He doubled Coleman's yards per carry in stacked boxes, which is just insane to me because, I mean, the dude was on the practice squad years before, and it's like, how the hell?
That guy could play.
He can play, yeah.
I feel like it was obvious. We just let him go because, we're dumb.
Yeah.
He played great in the preseason. Everyone's preseason. He had all the physical tools. He's a fucking track runner. You take a track runner and he shows that he can see holes. Oh, maybe we keep that guy around. But now, you had to keep Chris Polk on the roster for 8 years.
Fucking Chris Polk. That shit irked, yeah.
He was an absolute waste of a roster response. But come on, man. You have Mustard.
You have Mustard. You don't have ketchup. You have ketchup with Chris Polk, but you have Mustard with Mostert. And last year, Mostert created the 12th most yards per carry per touch, compared to Coleman's 57.
Sauce that you bought when you got those steaks that's been sitting in your fridge, unused for 3 months. You haven't bought steaks since then.
Well, that's Chris Polk?
Yeah.
No, what's Tevin Coleman considered?
Crusty, you open it, you're like,
do I want to use
that?
It's still
good.
I think it's still good.
Like slimy, you're like, second thought. I'm going to go with the mustard. Mustard's disgusting.
Honey Mustard's not. Let's just call him Honey Mustard. I co-sign that.
Well,
I'm
just because
fine
you
with
have
him.
it doesn't make it any better. It still tastes like shit.
But like I said, I don't know if you guys heard me or not because we were both talking at the same time, but Raheem Mostert created the 12th most yards per touch last year with 1.89 per touch compared to Tevin Coleman's 1.2, which was 57th in the NFL last year.
Just move that on.
Shows lack of ability to just create himself, which, I mean, obviously you have a great system with Kyle Shanahan, great offensive coach, great offensive mind, and if you can't create yourself as a running back, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't have any
This
fascination.
guy got to play with and this motherfucker followed him to San Francisco. You jerk. Play with a different coach. Play with a coach that isn't good.
Yeah.
You liar. That's my challenge to Tevin Coleman. Go play for the Vikings.
The only reason why I think he's actually valid, just, I mean, at 6 or wherever the fuck I have him at. I don't know. My rankings, my paper is so fucked up. I think he's a decent running back. Not going to be a great running back. I'm not trusting him for much. The only reason why he is valid is because of the fact that he has Kyle Shanahan. That's about it.
Darrell Henderson, because
I don't know.
like
I don't really
Henderson's just there
Yeah, that's
in
kinda
my
how I feel about it.
rankings.
He's
Like
there. I feel like
I
he's got
can't rank
decent
him
potential.
too low. I can't rank him too high. He's just kind of there in the middle.
I agree.
He's kind of like a Justice Hill of the Rams, if that makes sense.
With mildly more opportunity,
yeah.
given the fact that Justice Hill is just kind of buried underneath like 6 different players.
Yeah.
And, Lamar might not be a running back, but on that depth chart, Lamar is over Justice Hill.
Yeah.
And then Rashad Penny, if he's not ready by week 1, he could be starting on the PUP list.
Yeah, that also scares me with the ACL.
I thought it said he was going to be back, which is why I didn't have DJ Dallas. And I'm just throwing DJ Dallas on there as an option in case Carson gets hurt, Penny's still out, Carlos Hyde is ineffective.
I think Travis Homer is better than DJ Dallas. They played in the same college. Travis Homer outproduced him and outplayed him and just looked better than him. And I just think he's a better running back than DJ Dallas. But obviously it doesn't really carry much weight because they're both players that probably won't see much field time.
My thinking is I just watched Travis Homer for a few games last year, and I watched someone who I was actively happy to see given the ball. Generally, that's not good if you want a team to lose, and you're like, hey, they're giving it to that guy. Whereas Dallas has never played in the NFL, so I don't know what to expect. It's the allure of the unexpected. Very good possibility you're right, and then he's trash, and Travis Homer's better than him, which is kind of like saying honey mustard's better than mustard. That would suck.
Turn my nose at that one. Honey mustard is up there with barbecue sauce, and ketchup is somewhere down in the underworld.
Ketchup is at the very top.
Ketchup is only
That's
good
so basic.
hamburgers.
That's beyond that. Fries.
No.
I think barbecue sauce on hamburgers is better than ketchup, but I guess we'll get into that with the question. I guess we can talk about condiments for our question, if you guys want to do that.
What's your favorite condiment?
I do declare.
Wait, are we diving into the question time right now?
No, there's 2 things I want to say.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I talked about Jerick McKinnon before, but I like him. If he's on the field, he's got more value than a lot of these fuckers. Right?
He's not on the field, though.
He might be on the field. What if he's healthy?
I just don't get it, like, your fascination with this man, because, I mean, obviously, like you said, Darius Geis has improved it and whatnot, but, like, they both face knee injuries. They both have questionable futures and length of, like, durability. They both have questions.
I have McKinnon at 6. I'm pretty sure I had Geis at, like, 4.
Yeah, but, like, you're so heavy. Like, I bet you would not take Darius Geis for Jerick McKinnon.
I would take Darius Geis over Jerick McKinnon.
You would?
And I'm looking at in terms of people think Geis can be, like, a good running back. I'm hesitant to buy on that because I feel like there's better values. However, Jerick McKinnon he's probably not getting drafted in standard leagues. That's where I'm looking at it. That's a value thing to me. People place absolutely zero value on him. I think he can have a few weeks where he's a solid RB2. I think he can be playable a few weeks. Would I take Geis over him? Yes. Because Geis could very well be a starting running back. I'm just more bullish on him relative to the expectations for him. You get what I'm saying?
So I get what you're saying, but what are your expectations for McKinnon? Because what I'm gathering from it is the fact that you think he's going to be, I guess, involved more than Geis. That's what I took from it. Like, he's going to be involved in the game.
If Geis is healthy, he's going to be – all right, here, expectations for Geis, what I think of it. Expectations for McKinnon, what I think of it.
So you think of him as much as you think of Geist, then? That's what the hands look like.
This isn't a graph. Don't take it this way. I'm just saying that I think the guy, if healthy, is going to be their third down back. That carries inherent value in a San Francisco offense led by Kyle Shanahan.
I mean, I haven't seen. I mean, okay, I guess back in Atlanta, you've seen the running backs succeed in the pass catching game, but I haven't seen did Tevin Coleman really strive?
Now, San Francisco throws a lot of screen passes, and they get their running backs involved a lot.
As far as volume, though, I guess I looked at it differently.
Is healthy, he's going to get touches. He's one of the better he was one of the better pass catching backs in the league when healthy. So if he is healthy, there's a hell of a lot of value to be had there. So yeah, I'm gonna gamble on that before I pick up Rashad Penny on the off chance that the entire depth chart dies except for him.
I mean, I was talking earlier about Tevin Coleman and Mostert's numbers about how they ranked 20th in stacked fronts, 7th stacked fronts 21% of the time, 29% of the time, 30% of the time. McKinnon, when he played with the Vikings, he faced the stack front 10% of the time, and he had 2.9 yards per carry.
He's a receiving back. He's not a running back. I'm not buying on him for the running potential.
So you're seeing him as a Tariq Cohen. That's what his ceiling would be, I guess you could say.
In a way, yeah, a guy that gets more value. McKinnon isn't a guy where there's an 8-man front. It's going to go up to him. He's a guy that's going to get handoffs when the defense is in zone. All backed up.
I mean, they did give him, in the preseason, obviously it was the preseason, but they did use him as a running back, and he ran in stack fronts multiple times and sucked.
You're not going to have any running back that isn't Tariq Cohen gets carries. McKinnon got carries, and if you look at his numbers from Minnesota, he did some decent stuff carrying the ball. That's not where his upside lies to me. His upside lies in the fact that sure he's a running back, but he's got more passing potential than any other guy on that team. That's where I'm looking from when I see that. There's a very good potential that he just doesn't play at all. But
I would bank on him playing nothing or playing less than Chris Thompson. I would take Chris Thompson over him.
Good McKinnon. Teach there. Right?
You don't want to make a bet right here, right now?
What are we gonna bet on that?
McKinnon finishing lower than Chris Thompson, barring injury.
What is this bet going to be?
I mean, do you want to bet a first-round pick on it? I don't know.
First round? What league? God. That's a big bet. What league?
It is a big bet. The 14-team league, where I have 3 first-round picks, so I can manage one. Yeah.
I mean, I have 2 of them. I'm sure as shit not betting one of them on Jerick McKinnon.
If you don't really feel that strongly about him, why are we talking?
I do feel strongly about him, but he just tore his ACL 2 fucking seasons in a row.
I said barring injury.
Oh, you mean if he gets hurt?
If he gets hurt, it's canceled.
Either him or Thompson are going to get hurt.
They're both going to get hurt.
Regardless.
I mean, if they play the same amount of games, how about that?
I bet you a second-round pick if they play equal amounts of games that McKinnon outproduces Thompson.
They just so
I'm fine with that. Second round pick, same amount of games, whoever outproduces who. That's probably not going to last, obviously, due to injury and whatnot. Shake. And yeah, I guess that's
trash.
Why is that trash?
That's a steep price for such a.
Yeah, but there's an 80% chance it's better.
I mean, it creates some sort of care about this shit. Because exactly. I can root for Chris Thompson. Not that I love him or anything, but I mean, I can root for the dude.
In that 14-team league, which now I'm gonna have to trade him.
Trade him to me. Trade him to me with that second-round pick. Whenever the. Huh? Trade him to me with that second-round pick. Whenever that.
What do you want?
Falls to. Well, I'll find a way to get Jerick McKinnon for cheap because he's probably not going to do shit this year. And I'll just trade you Jerick McKinnon for Chris Thompson and the second-round pick. I'll find a way to get him, though. Don't you worry.
You're going to trade – why don't you just trade for Thompson instead of trading for McKinnon and then trade him?
Well, I mean, think about it. Chances are you'll probably cut him at some point because, when he gets hurt again or, no, not when he gets hurt again because then the bench is going to go off. But I'll find a way to get him on my roster so that whenever I win this bet, I can get that second-round pick in Chris Thompson for Jerick McKinnon just so I can, whatever.
Or, I could just trade you Thompson for something after this.
Or not because I don't really want Thompson in fantasy because, my running backs are pretty set.
Are they then?
Kenyon Drake, Kareem Hunt, DeAndre Swift, Darius Geis, Chase Edmonds, Eno Benjamin.
Never.
3 first-round picks. I can get my Mr. Hubbard. I'll be chilling. No, I traded 2 away, I believe. To get George Kittle, I traded one. I forget what the other one was for. Next video, we got wide receivers. Oh, no, let's do question time. Condiments. Question time.
I do declare.
He declares.
Who's that? That must be the question master.
It must be Mothman outside the window. Anyway, let's get into this question. What is your favorite condiment for a chicken sandwich?
Hot sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
Ooh. You got hot sauce for a chicken sandwich?
I put hot sauce on anything.
Like Frank's Red Hot. Like, I put that shit on everything.
Sweet.
Dude, right over there.
Is that what, yeah, the shot you took?
Good too on chicken.
Sweet and sour?
I believe it's a McDonald's dressing. Not dressing. Dressing. It was a McDonald's condiment.
You can find that even at McDonald's.
I know what it is.
First one that comes
That's like
to
a
mind.
Chinese food staple. Brandon.
Yeah.
Find it at McDonald's.
It's probably McDonald's, the only place.
I like barbecue sauce, commonly found at McDonald's.
No, wait, stop, hold up, wait a minute.
Ketchup. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A sauce, yeah, I'll take that.
Apparently they're coming out with a sauce that you can buy in stores. You don't even need to go to the Chick-fil-A to get the sauce.
That's
trust me, the sauce is worth it.
It is.
So good.
I'm going to say Chick-fil-A sauce, definitely top one.
Chick-fil-A.
And then barbecue sauce, because barbecue sauce, you can put that shit on anything.
Then you got hot sauce.
Fucking shitstorm over there. He just hits the bathroom every 5 minutes on some shit.
Have a body that isn't a bitch. I'm like,
oh, he's adapted to society, the hard life he lives with the hot sauce. All right. Well, I mean, I guess that's all we got. Drop your condiments in the section below, in the comment section, you know. We love you. You should love us. Love us. Just love us. Just love us. Okay? Like, comment, share, subscribe. First Choice Fantasy. We got Alex, Brandon, and Ed, and we're signing off.
Yes, we are. Later.